Hmm. Heard no audio there, which means something's not
I
wired
don't
up
know.
correctly, which is
Yeah.
weird because nothing's changed other than this monitor broke.
I assume yesterday went okay.
Yeah, yesterday it recorded just fine, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something's going on over there.
Well,
You
this
got to put
this monitor is
24,
clearly dead. Like it's
just install 24H2. It fixes all the problems. It's good.
if it fixes this monitor, I'll give Microsoft all the praise. But I mean, it's making an
Used,
audible clicking noise now, which is
yeah. AI is going to fix it, Brad. I'm telling you.
is it?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Nope. So here's a thought that's come through my cranium
Mm-hmm.
the last 72 hours.
Okay.
If you went back in the time machine, or if you recall, see what I
Mm-hmm.
did there? About 6 months ago, there were a lot of rumors that this 24H2 update might be called Windows 12.
That's right.
And obviously, we now know it's not, but it's now
Mm-hmm.
called, there's now this like Copilot plus PC thing that has
Yeah,
come
which
about.
is Windows 12.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
it's like, do you think that they
Yeah.
were contemplating saying, you know, what would be easier is if we just called these class of devices just Windows 12
Hmm.
rather than having to go to the market and say, like, you need a Windows 11 PC. No, 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 not that Windows 11 PC
Well,
that is also brand new at Best Buy.
I mean, with the exception, no, actually, I mean, think back to just think in turn to every major Windows version, right? XP,
Hmm.
Vista, 7. Vista and 7 were close, but 8, 10, now 11. At a glance, you could tell which one was which, right?
Yeah.
You can actually see the difference between each. This is the problem with this Copilot plus PC stuff. It's
Mm.
Windows 11, but it has a couple of extra icons in different places or whatever, and it's not that different. I think aside from support timelines and the confusion of having three Windows versions in the market at the same time, I mean it is. Like, you could argue like Windows 11 is 10 with a new UI, but that's the point. Like that's part of what makes it different.
Hmm.
Whereas this is just literally Windows 11 with a couple of services running and some SLMs on the disk or something. Like it's Windows 11, right? So they're just not confusing the market, and got to give them a little credit for that. That's not the usual MO, right? I mean, so I this is confusing. I keep working this through. Like you just reminded me of this. This reminds me of when Media Center, right? This
Hmm.
was an obvious example. Except Media Center was a skew of the OS. Like this isn't like the other way they could have done it is they could have called this Windows 11 Copilot Plus Edition or something, right? But the thing is, Copilot Plus is really just a set of features. I don't think it matters what version of Windows 11 you're running. I know it could be Home or Pro. It must include everything: enterprise, education, Pro workstation, whatever, right? So I'm trying to slot it in like this is just like, and it's
Hmm.
not just like. It's a little like this. It's a little like this. You know what I mean? So I don't honestly. The only thing that's consistent here is that the Windows 11 team or the Windows 11 era has been defined by an inconsistent way of updating Windows all the time. Like it always changes. And this is just another like you think you have a handle on how things are going to work. And it's like here's another little wrench in the plan.
Yeah.
So it's just that is the consistency. It's that one thing. Inconsistency.
Yeah.
Consistently inconsistent. It's weird. I know because you have a brain. You want to logic,
You want to
you
tie
want
it
to
to
say,
something like it's.
yep. This is what I wrote this yesterday about all the throwback. I did write that article, and I actually I meant to do the whole event, but I only got Satya Nadel's on stage for 7 minutes, and I wrote 2,000 words.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was like, why bother? Why keep going? I made the point. They referenced the past like a dozen times just in that little slice of it, right? I you spend your time anyway. I'm sorry. The point was one of the ways you can learn something or understand something is you compare it to something from the past, and you say, well, you understand this thing, so this is like that. And you say, oh yeah, it's just this. I think that's how people learn.
Hmm.
And this one, it's like, well, it's not, but it's a little bit. Well, it's kind of it's sort of like it's hard to place it. Welcome to my brain funk at, what is it, 9 o'clock in the morning? I don't know.
On a Friday before a holiday weekend.
I know. Yeah. I woke up this morning and I got out 5, 7, maybe 7 computers, downloaded the 24H2 ISO, started installing them. And I was like, I should probably record this because I'm going to want to make a little tip how to get it today thing. And I'm like, maybe I can have a little video with that, That's when it stopped working. So like as soon as I started recording it, I tried on 3 different computers, got the same failure each time. Like this whole day has been like this, and this whole day, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. I've been up for like 2.5 hours and nothing has worked. You know what I mean? Like, welcome home.
Yeah, I feel like, if you came home and everything did work, I would be more surprised than anything else.
I just feel like we're leaving for the Finger Lakes at 3 something in the afternoon. So I have a kind of a truncated day here. I want to get some stuff done. And my reward for trying to be productive is just to be smacked in the face. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, why? Why? But this is, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to get Black Ops 6 stuff on June 9th. That's all. They had one of the have you seen what they've done with their advertising campaign for this? They have bought ads that take over the front page of like the New York Times, not the New York Times, New York Post and like USA Today.
Yeah.
And it's Mount Rushmore with like these blindfolds on. Now it says it's an ad like in small like text, like it's really ballsy.
But I feel like they need this because the last game kind of landed like it was as sort of an add-on, not, there's an audience there. It's like an inertia thing, but they need to generate some excitement. And I don't know. We do this every year, Brad. It's like, okay, they're doing yet another, whatever this version is. What are they going to do next year? We're going to get Modern Warfare 4 now. Is this the rest of our life? I mean,
I don't know. What this one's supposed to be the Gulf War. I mean, by the time we're going to be, by the time we're done retiring here, like they're going to be up to modern day. It's going to be like, what happened last week? And then it's just going to be Call of Duty about that.
We'll just use AI to like take stuff from the news that day. And yep. Why not? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
I play Warzone. The semantics of the game don't really even matter to me anymore. It's just
right.
What do you? I don't know. Whatever. It's Friday before a holiday. I'm sure they'll be packed with news today. Which means there's no podcast.
Better not be.
There's no podcast Monday. I actually have to go to the office next week on Wednesday and Thursday. So then there's going to be not a lot of podcasting coming up. Because
I'm going to be in Boston Thursday, Friday. So Friday's no problem. But Thursday's
we'll be able to do next Friday. We'll be able to do Tuesday. But then I'm gone the following week. I'm on vacation. I will be out of the country. So.
Wow, interesting. I will also be out of the country starting next week, but we can get to that later. Where are you going? Where you tell everybody where you going? Yeah.
So.
Fun.
Tropical vacation. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully my computer will be working by then.
Hopefully. For anybody in the CVG area, which if you know that airport code, then you're in the area. There's a direct flight, which has always been kind of crazy to me.
Is it not JetBlue? Probably like
it's Allegiant.
Allegiant, yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, because Allegiant, we have the same thing from Allentown. It's nice.
Yeah, I've never done it. Flight. It's 3 hours and 14 minutes or something like that.
I've only flown Allegiant to Chicago, which is not as fun of a destination. Well, a different kind of fun, I guess.
Yeah. The problem with Allegiant, though, like all these lower cost carriers, is you're sitting on a church pew for 3.5 hours, and there's no seat back entertainment.
This woman was getting on the plane on the way to Seattle, and she said, as she walked by, she said to her friend, like, "Oh, these seats are actually better than the last plane." And I said, "What was on the last plane? Lawn chairs?" I was like, "What are you talking about? This thing's it's made out of sticks,
hay on the ground."
Yeah.
Would you fly to Seattle?
United.
Yeah.
No, I like United's fine. Usually for me, honestly, it was fine. It was all fine. But we usually, we fly so much to Mexico now. It's always the same experience. So it's like, it's nice. It's like, business class. Usually it's great. So we were just in like an exit row seat, normal, like group 2 boarding, but it was fine. Like it was fine.
Yeah, you're fine.